I'm telling you, if they could find the gay gene in a baby, if there was a gay gene, right? I promise you, people would start murdering those babies in the womb too.
They would.
Because they would be deemed as imperfect, you see? Just like everybody else deems these other children, like Down syndrome children, as imperfect. So, and they murder them. The country of Iceland, they just announced 2 years ago that they've eradicated Down syndrome from the country.
Damn.
They have eradicated Down syndrome from the country. Now they did it.
How they do that?
Every time.
The same way we do. We are
the DNA
murdering
of
them.
Down syndrome person, they kill them. They kill them in the womb.
That's what we're doing. We murder, I believe, 90% of babies diagnosed with Down syndrome in this country.
You guys do that?
And that we do in this country.
No,
This nation. This nation does.
American.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if any of you overheard this. Did you hear her admitting her support for murder of children? Did you hear that?
I don't hear it.
We did.
What's that?
I don't hear it coming.
Yeah, that she admitted it. That woman I was just talking to admitted her support for murder. Think about. I think she was a parent. Are they teaching you that here that it's okay to murder children in the womb? Well, that's if they are, or if you believe it's okay to murder babies in the womb. That's why we need to show this. That's why.
I gave them all out.
That's why you need to see, because this is what abortion looks like. And I think we both do. I wish that when I was in high school, because I used to be in the public school system, I wish that even one Christian, let alone two, but even one Christian had come to my high school and done this for me. So like people get upset with me for going to a high school or wherever. I tell them, I'm doing what I wish a Christian had done for me. I'm practicing the golden rule. Treat others the same way you want to be treated. That's what I'm doing. That's what we're both doing. It's out of love for you.
It's not like either of you walked inside the school or even on school property, because you're not even on school property.
They wouldn't let us in.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying it's not like you guys came in screaming and everyone comes out here screaming at you.
Wait,
Well,
you
when
love
they
me?
do that to us,
What?
it's actually
I love you as my neighbor.
it's actually a
hug,
blessing.
Give me a hug
We
right now.
hate it. We hate to be screamed at.
You're my neighbor. You're all my neighbor, my fellow
when those
man.
folks come, the crowd around those crazy folks, people are standing in that crowd listening. And one, there's always a gospel presentation when we show. And two, they find out that this is happening and that's happening. You know what? You know when that pro-abortion use the term, it's just a blob of cells or a clump of cells. There's a reason why.
Did all of you get one?
There's a reason why a fetus,
I mean,
when
we
they
already
see it
handed
out of
ours
the
out.
outside
Okay,
of
do you want one for your-
cells, it's
Do you want one for yourself?
mutilated into death.
Yeah,
Read what it says in there about abortionists. What abortionists say
I'm
about
really
this.
excited 'cause it's really
Look at
cold
that.
out.
It-
I
it is.
love it so
It is chilly out. Here, if
They got
you're
it.
all, okay. Yeah, read what it says about abortionists. Abortionists, maybe you already looked at it.
Yeah.
They will tell you.
That's fine.
And there are what amazes me is there are people, the woman you just saw, that will literally look at an image of a murdered baby and say, I support that. Think of how sick that is. Think of how sick that is. I mean, that's like looking at a picture of any one of us that's been slaughtered and saying, yeah, I'm glad that happened to him. I support that. How sick would that be? That's exactly what she just did. And not just her, but I see that all over the country.
I think she said she
We're
loves
sick with apathy in this country.
And that's why we got to do this. Because maybe one of you will, hopefully not, but maybe one of you will end up pregnant, or maybe you know a friend that's considering murdering their baby, and you would tell them, don't do this.
Hey.
Don't do this.
Whoa. The 19th Amendment.
I lost a family member due to this. This was murdered in the womb, and I wish that he or she was spared. Was alive today, I could have held him in my arms years ago. And even I grew up as a non-Christian, public school system. Maybe I would have cared, even not as a Christian.
Hey.
Any of you a Christian?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
So do you ever talk about this or do anything about it? Or both?
It's hard when you're just shut down.
It's hard when what?
It's hard to do it when you're just shut down.
People shut you down?
Yeah.
No one ever talked about it growing up, so
I mean, if you can back it up, I feel like you should.
Like
If you
DeMarcus
can't back
Cousins
it up.
III.
you can back it up with the Bible. Do you know it?
Yeah, you can. I actually brought that up.
Yeah. She asked about that.
I
She
pulled out my
did.
Bible today at lunch. And I was
Show that
Is this when you killed
in your pamphlet, in the pamphlet we gave you,
Yeah.
the bigger one. Show those quotes by the abortionists to anyone in the school or anyone you know.
That's what we've been
Show it
talking
to
about this whole
them.
time.
Tell them the abortionists say it's a human being, it's a child, it's a baby. They'll use the word baby.
I saw the word murder.
And it's like, and just study the basic human biology. It's in there
People
too.
always say,
So
what
that
about if she's raped? Right? They say that. What about if the woman's raped? She should be able to kill that child, right? That baby, right? And then that's when you catch them. They'll admit that it's a baby when you say that, when they're saying that. But then when you say, why would we kill an innocent human being for the crime of their father? So we murder an innocent baby because their father was a rapist.
basically, yeah.
So we kill the father. There we go.
Exactly.
You put the rapist to death, and you love the mother and her child.
Not the baby. We kill the father.
Yeah, we execute rapists and murderers.
If you did that, there'd be a lot less rapists. There'd be a lot less victims of rape. A lot less women or men getting raped, right?
Just so like,
But no, we in this country we believe in don't put the rapist to death, put the baby to death, or put them both to death. But we want to put the baby to death because we see the baby as a problem, not just in the case of rape, but again, I don't know if any of you heard the reason she was giving. All the reasons for murdering a child in the womb. So supposed poverty, possible poverty, may have a bad life.
That's what you're talking about. You said, but what if you couldn't what if you didn't have enough money to take care of your child and you just murder? Like
And-
an 11-year-old?
Yeah, and think about this. One thing people don't think about, this is the richest nation on the face of the earth and probably in history. What excuse can we give to say, well, I'm too poor to care for a baby?
You don't work. You sit on your butt and don't do anything.
And I go to the abortion mills. I've seen, well, we both do. I've seen the cars they drive. They're not poor people. So, I mean, all these reasons are nonsense. As I was telling her, she didn't want to believe it. It's selfishness. But ultimately, it's because we love our sin. We're in rebellion against God. So, I mean, I encourage you to bring it up to others in the school. Give literature out. Do you want any literature to give out?
like to kill a mockingbird or to kill a baby.
Yeah, give a bunch of those because a lot of people don't know that the abortionists believe that.
We give all those out.
Do you have any Abolition Day flyers on you?
Yeah. Here.
Yeah, I think they want one.
Yeah, do you guys mind if I take some pictures? I have a camera,
Go ahead.
all certified and everything. Just snap a couple pictures and go to your head.
Here.
Let's take a group photo.
This is happening in Oklahoma City.
Flyer I was telling you about.
Do you guys want to take a group photo? Alright, let's see.
Nah, I don't know if she wants a group photo.
You want to be in it?
Yeah, we can. Group photo time, right?
They can have to talk.
Can we like put our name on a sign so we look like we're part of this?
Right, we're able to make a trade.
And then we can get Salvador in here too.
Yeah, Sal. Hey, Sal. I support. Pick up some.
This is not a photo op.
We're good.
Thank you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it.
Can you tag me on that?
I have a YouTube channel if y'all want to check it out.
You know why it says Christian love kill me today? Because most Christians, or self-professing Christians, are just as guilty of the apathy that the average American is.
Bye guys.
That's the truth.
Don't let that be you.
I'm sorry.
Don't let that be you.
I'm sorry.
That's, here's a few more. Here's a couple more.
Are you guys going to come here tomorrow?
Don't know.